Take care of the poor people. 40% over the last 10 years. 40% is the decrease of the purchasing power of the poor people. People are freezing to death. People are freezing to death on the streets of this city, on the streets of this province. Freezing to death.
I haven't been in Ontario or Kingston very long. It's probably about 7 months, but I can tell you that there is a serious problem with poverty in this town.
Homelessness, like any other city in Canada really, in Kingston, takes up a part of the population who sort of fall through the cracks because of poverty, because of addictions, mental health, just lack of services or services that aren't able to meet their needs.
The United Way is a community building organization, so we build the capacity of a community. And one of our priorities in Kingston and area is to do with poverty, homelessness, and the impact that these issues have on people in our community.
My name is Tom Gummersell. This is my birthday actually right now, so I'm a 1 years of age. Before this all happened, I ran my own landscaping company for 6 years. I was quite happy doing that, but unfortunately I didn't have the proper insurance coverage on my work, and after I was hurt, I found out I could only get $100 a month on insurance to cover me, so I've had to sell toys to help my actual income. Without the toy business, I probably couldn't live.
That we've seen an increase in the number of children who are going hungry to schools. We've seen an increase in homelessness, and the reasons for that are numerous. Our vacancy rate in Kingston is lower than the average vacancy rate in the province. We also know that there are a higher number of people in Kingston who are paying more than 30% of their income on housing. When a person does that, they usually do not have enough money left over for food.
In the mid-90s, we again had dramatic cuts to Ontario Works, so that people who before could function on what they were receiving could no longer afford to keep housing.
Right now I'm in a very bad spot with 6 cracked teeth. I cannot get them fixed. I can't afford to have them fixed, but you're only allowed to get $200 per year from the government, which doesn't really help me.
Well, certainly it's an issue that I believe is on the radar screen of the government. Whether they can do more, absolutely. Every government can do more to reduce the impact that poverty has.
So government policies created the problem. There have been a lot of government programs trying to solve the problem, but ultimately most of them are patchwork. They are there for very short periods of time with the assumption that the agency that's using this supportive funding can make it sustainable. If we could make it sustainable, we wouldn't have had to go to the government in the first place to get the funding.
We shouldn't have to live a day by day wondering where our next meals will be coming from. We shouldn't have to wonder, will I be in this house next month? Will I be on the street next month? There are 2 or 3 dozen people I know who are on the street every day, in the cold, in the rain, and these people don't wish to be on the street, but they don't have a choice.
Well, homelessness is a very complex issue, so it's not just about people who are in poverty, it's about making sure that people who need the supports, whether it's mental health issues, whether it's counseling, making sure they get the supports they need, helping individuals and families cope with their issues so they can move on and find affordable housing. If we as a community can do that for them, I think we'll be helping homelessness, relieve the impact of homelessness.
I think the first thing is to realize that the people that are homeless are not others. They could be your brother, they could be your father, they could be you at some point in your life. You know, even with a very high level of education, mental health problems can take over your life. So don't think of these people as something different than yourselves. These are people that are the same as you who have run into problems.
Don't give up. You know, even when it feels like you can't keep going, just don't stop. You know what I mean? Because if you do, you'll end up in poverty. You know what I mean? Like you work all your life in high school and through college or whatever, and then you just, because you can't get a test through, you just quit. You will have a good chance of, you know, being stuck in poverty.
Question governments. You know, don't just accept statistics. Ask why.